there's actually a scene where he goes into this, like, I guess I would call it a golf ball, like this metal golf ball, and then there's like an old school Cerebro in there, and it's like it's an inflatable crown with like wires in it, and he goes in there and he's like searching for mutants. This being Professor X, and it's funny because you actually get to see a young Scott Summers, a young Storm. Like you have to
How young? Like baby young?
Like I'd say 6-year-old.
Oh, okay.
But you can tell.
Mm-hmm.
It's cool. He had the red glasses. Like, oh, there's Cyclops. That doesn't make sense because I mean he is older than Havoc, but whatever. And then they did like this little throw out to Hugh Jackman. Actually did a cameo. You know? I don't want to ruin that, but he does do a cameo. They did say Wolverine was in the movie, and I was scared, but it's in a way that I loved it. I was dying when his little cameo came on. It's a comedy kind of cameo. But in the end, I think X-Men First Class was a great retelling of the original X-Men, and I think that the performances by the man who plays Magneto and I forget his name, and
Charles Xavier?
No, I'm going to say Sebastian Shaw. I'm going to say, yes, Kevin Bacon, Footloose, incredible villain. I was actually a little terrified of him. It was incredible, and I didn't know anything about Sebastian Shaw, but it was great. I really loved it. Now let's talk about a prediction we're going to make. We're going to see Green Lantern this weekend.
Oof.
Yeah.
If you I guess are living under a rock and you haven't seen any TV, you'd know that Green Lantern is not getting the best reviews.
Or, you know what my favorite thing is? Whenever they have a movie trailer, and then they put it on TV, and it's like the best movie ever. Look who it's coming from. It's coming from, like, Mike Spingleton in Nebraska. Says that's the best movie ever. Not the New York Times or anything.
I actually trust Mike Spingleton.
That made me laugh so hard. Like, one time it literally came up, Ron White, manager of Children Affairs somewhere. I forgot what movie trailer I saw, but I was like, what? That's terrible. But yeah, so Ryan Reynolds is apparently the shining beacon in this movie, which makes me nervous because, I mean, what is that saying?
I don't know. I don't think that Hal Jordan had much of a personality, like, in the comic books. Like, Guy Gardner, or, like, Jon Stewart, or even Kyle Rayner would have been a nice choice. I mean, I would have enjoyed seeing, like, Guy Gardner, like, just make jokes the whole movie. That'd be nice.
Yeah, but, you know, DC sticks next to Hal. And I mean, I've read a lot of things that say like Sinestro doesn't even play like a part in this movie, which is ridiculous. Sinestro was like the greatest Green Lantern at one point. He was the go-to guy, and like what, he gives one speech and then he's done until the like secret ending. I don't know. Going low, expect lower.
Yeah,
it's pretty much all you can do.
I wonder how they're gonna get around like the name thing with Sinestro though. Like it, I mean, he was made to be a villain. How do you? It's like,
my name's Evil Man.
Hey, Sinestro, you know your name sounds a lot like Sinister. Well, you know Hal Jordan sounds a lot like Baby Molester, so
it's just not gonna go over well, in my opinion. So let's transition over to the pick of the week. So pick of the week, how it works here. We're going to take. Well, this one kind of cheats the rules, but how it's going to work is whatever we buy and read is eligible for pick of the week. We will not pick anything we don't know about. We will not pick anything coming soon, and we will not pick it if like we don't have it physically in our hands.
Yeah, so usually we'll pick it up the week that we make the video.
But this week, because we feel like cheating and I feel like getting the message out that you should read this,
and it's our first video.
Yeah, we're going to just pull whatever one single issue we want to be. Or he's got a trade.
It was recent though.
Yeah, it counts. It counts. All right, so my pick of the week. Moon Knight #1. Why you should pick this up? Okay, I'm a Marvel fanboy. I'm not gonna lie. I don't read a lot of DC or any.
I read some. And
this is Marvel's like cry, like, oh, you got Batman, we got Moon Knight. So Moon Knight is basically just this crazy man who gains power from a moon god thing. Listen, the origin in here is terrible.
Khonshu.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, literally, do you want to know the origin in here? It's a guy bleeding on the desert, crawling around, and then it cuts to Moon Knight.
Oh.
Really? Yeah, I kid you not. Forgo that. Don't worry about that.
If you want, yeah.
Read this. This is incredible. Moon Knight, he's an interesting character. It's gritty. It's got, I love violence, and I love good violence. I don't like, you know, just guts everywhere. That's pointless. This is good violence, an interesting art style, and a solid story. Forgive issue 2. Let's hope for issue 3. Matt, and what are you gonna do for pick of the week?
I don't have one. We're just gonna do that. Just
Okay.
buy.
Matt doesn't have a pick of the week. It's okay.
I'm sorry.
So we're going to move on to Just Buy. And Just Buy is basically, we're saying, don't even, like, once I say what it is, don't cut the video. Go buy it. It's incredible.
Pause, go.
Yeah, just pause and go. Like, it's great. Matt, why don't you bring yours out, because I don't actually have a physical version of mine today.
Okay, so my Just Buy is most of the Immortal Iron Fist series. 5 of them, paperbacks. They're very good. Written by a creative team of, for the first 3, it's written by Brubaker and Matt Fraction. Ed Brubaker and Matt Fraction.
From Fear Itself Legacy. I mean, he's a good writer, guys.
Brubaker is, as you know, Eisner Award winning. Who wrote Captain America for a long time.
Very good run on Captain America.
Very good. It's actually very good. It's kind of gritty, but it explores like sort of the origins of Moon Knight. Sorry, you messed me up, man.
The Immortal Iron Fist.
The Immortal Iron Fist.
He's got it on the mind. He wants
the Immortal Iron Fist. All right, and I don't know. The Immortal Iron Fist is a fun character. He was made in the '70s. He's basically like a reaction to the Bruce Lee fandom of the day. Kung fu movies were all the rage. So knows kung fu, all that other stuff.
His hands glow. He can punch through anything. It's pretty
punch
awesome.
through a battleship. Stuff like that.
I read it as well because he lent it to me. Anything with Fat Cobra in it, I think you should read.
Yeah.
Read it just for Fat Cobra, and you can of course find this local comic shops. You can probably find, maybe if you're lucky, at Barnes and Noble a couple issues.
That's where I found the first one.
Amazon. Amazon.com is great for comic books. You guys should really check there. You can get like used, like new,
and they're fast.
And it's like $5 for I got the Dark Knight Returns actually.
Oh, really?
The other day for $5 on Amazon, and that's incredible.
It's more than what I paid.
Yeah, so
that's less than what I paid.
Yeah, it's Amazon. It's beautiful. My pick of the week. I don't have it with me. I wish I could show it to you, but I'm going to
disregard it.
Yeah, disregard. Volume 1 of The Walking Dead. Now, why should I watch it? Why should I read The Walking Dead? Well,
if you're asking that, you're pretty retarded.
You know nothing of books, and you should just there's a window.
Go back to the rock you came from. I'm sorry.
So basically, it is this incredible narrative written by Robert Kirkman, who I feel is the most brutal and unloving writer ever. He feels nothing towards his characters. Walking Dead is, of course, a survival horror kind of story, but you're not going to get your dude running through the streets with a chainsaw, fighting off all the zombies, and then getting taken away on a helicopter to, this place where they found the antidote. No, this is dystopian. There's basically little to no hope that they'll ever get cured. And basically what happens is Rick, our main character, finds himself in a hospital coming out of a coma, and basically there's zombies everywhere, and it takes off from there. I don't want to give anything else away.
Which is good, because there's no setup. They just kind of throw you into the action.
Exactly. And there's no stupid origin of the virus yet. There's no hope of cure, which I think is great because
I like things remain mysterious.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't really need an origin for the virus.
Exactly. Basically,
it's freaking zombies.
He's gonna bounce around. People are gonna die. Bonds are gonna be made. Don't love a character because they will die. And that again is Volume 1 of The Walking Dead. You can pick it up pretty much anywhere.
Very good.
Yeah. So let's go to crap. Crap is just something that we want you to avoid. Something you should never pick up. It's terrible. Do you have anything, Matt? I have one.
I read Flashpoint, Emperor Aquaman. I just don't know what's going on, man.
So that's, of course, a tie-in to Flashpoint.
Yeah.
And a lot of times with these event books, there's a million tie-ins. And to be honest, I think we should do a special where we just focus on tie-ins and just tell them which tie-ins to avoid.
So, Aquaman, right? Flashpoint, the whole world has changed. So Aquaman's not your friendly Aquaman. He's an
neighborhood Aquaman.
Yeah, he's an emperor who's submerged all of Western Europe. So people drown.
You do what you got to do.
Yeah, and
that's terrible.
Basically, it's some pretty sloppy exposition. I gotta say, I don't even know why. It seemed like Aquaman's brother was kind of explaining shit to Aquaman that Aquaman should already know.
You have gills. What?
Yeah, it was kind of weird. I don't know how they thought that would cross. I don't know.
That's what are you gonna do? My shit. Okay, so let's piggyback on what I talked about. Robert Kirkman was the writer of The Walking Dead. He is incredible. I love him, but okay, he basically coaxed me into buying Super Dinosaur.
Yeah, back at WonderCon.
We went to a comic convention. We went to his panel. He yelled at me and told me to buy this book because it's incredible, and he says, "Oh, it's lighthearted and it's fun and
for your kids."
But dude, it has like a T-Rex that shoots missiles, and he said it was for all ages, and I was like, I like T-Rexes, and if it gets a gun, more power to the T-Rex.
I know, dude. Talking T-Rexes shoot
Exactly.
missiles, arms. It's like
So I picked this up.
and it's from Robert Kirkman.
I picked this up, and it's sold out at the Outpost, which made me think, wow, this must be good. I pick it up. It is the most convoluted, boring children's book I think that's ever been written. So you ready? This is the setup. Here we go. So the kid's dad is an archaeologist.
Oh yeah.
Finds a T-Rex egg, brings it home. Oh, it hatches. Evil scientist stabs it with needles. And the most awkward panel, I think, never show that to a child. A dinosaur getting like serrated. That's terrible. And it's like a baby and it screams. It's terrible. So yeah. So he's doing experiments on it. He makes the dinosaur hella smart, and then the dinosaur is a genius. And so then he's like, oh, I got gimpy arms. So they give him robot arms, and that's his origin. And then the scientist goes bad because he's a bad guy. Oh man, there's just somebody almost got ran over out there. So he's a bad guy. He kills the bad guy. That's it. That's the entire story. And then like the last 8 or 9 pages are basically ads for shoes.
Are you kidding me?
And a freaking picture of the next cover, which looks ridiculous. I don't understand how you go from this to like being in the snow with the kid dying and the dinosaur in his arms. I don't know. I just
well,
Robert
don't love a
Kirkman's-
character.
Yeah, Robert Kirkman's incredible. Yeah, don't love a character. He'll kill the child with his pet dinosaur. He doesn't care. Oh God. Speaking of interesting covers, this is going to be a fun segment. This segment we've decided to call By Its Cover. We're going to take 2 books that we purchased from a dollar box, and we're basically going to just show you the cover and we're going to guess what happens in the book. And I think the funniest thing is, both of our covers happen to be Frank Miller RoboCop. Yeah, Frank Miller does RoboCop apparently now.
He did RoboCop.
He did. Oh my. Okay.
It seems to be a pretty good thing that he did.
He stopped. Yeah, thank God he stopped. It's terrible.
Look at this thing.
Okay, so
Show them.
yeah.
Cover.
Okay, what's going on here? Okay, what is this? This is. It looks like Ant-Man's head from like the zombie universe in Marvel. If you quote me on that, look up Ant-Man zombie universe. That looks like his head. That is. And then all right,
I don't. I can't even tell what's going on.
show your split. Okay?
All right, so this is the cover of RoboCop. I don't even care.
It doesn't even have a number. That's how much it sucks.
It took me a while to decipher what's going on, and it turns out that this is RoboCop. This thing is punching him, and I don't even know what the hell this guy's doing here, but he's on TV. And if that wasn't enough, double the shit. Look at this.
I'd like to point out that there's
Oh, wow.
some decaying metal, like RoboCop's holding the roach. It's really weird.
And I just found something on the back.
Oh, lordy.
Huh. Alright, so RoboCop's getting messed up by some barbed wire that he should have known better to not walk
Rusty
into.
barbed wire at that, so it's been there for a while. This isn't new.
He's gonna get tetanus. He's
Robo
gonna
tetanus.
tetanus. And some scantily clad bloody woman. Big bloody
Gazongas. Alright. That's...
So yeah.
I mean, my opinion, if you're gonna do, I love double back covers. I think they're cool.
Make it coherent.
If there's
though.
nothing going on in the back of the cover...
Make it coherent. I don't even know.
There's is that his face? There's a gun. There's just a random gun and like a nuclear device at WMD that nobody decided to detonate.
And then, I don't know. It looks like fried metal over here. Like someone just took.
It looks like rib
Oh,
bones.
look! It's Pikachu. And Homer Simpson.
Homer Simpson and Pikachu are in this cover.
Homer Simpson and Pikachu.
Okay.
I think.
This is why I love this segment, because mine's not as interesting as yours, though.
Somebody should sue this man.
Okay. So, and oh man, did I get something cool? I got Stargate SG-1.
It looks
Nobody's
like
gonna read that. I hate RoboCop comics. They're
That's
terrible.
too damn bad.
They're so bad. Okay, with that in mind, any closing comments, Matt?
I like comics.
You like comics? Yeah, I'm just gonna end it with, I think that was pretty good for a first episode.